This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
Every now and then, one of these cold opens is less for entertainment and more for information. So here it is. If you're still working on story elements for 11.2 or whatever, and you don't want to be spoiled, just, tread lightly this episode because I don't have anything specific in mind to say, but things might come up. Okay? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere!
Thrall's Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Boomy Nation, Craig, Gershom, Johnny Tips, and Wooly. Oh, what's up, swingaz? From the TBHQ in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode 197. Yeah, we're creeping up to 200 there. I'm Wooly, the spooky, ooky blood elf shadow priest, and here with me is Gershom, the sassy-ass beast mastery troll hunter. And of course, we have Johnny Tip, the debonair dark iron demonology warlock. And joining us today is, growing up, Johnny had a great intro idea here. A special guest, the guns blazing outlaw rogue, Shani, from around the mage table. Although you're not on it anymore, but hi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great.
We're all gathered around Thrall's Balls instead. Hi, Shani. Thank you for coming. Are you guys are you enjoying Christmas in August? I have bad jokes. Sorry, it's a joke.
Speaking of jokes, you guys want to hear one? I have one to share.
Of course.
Yes.
All right, so it's Children's Week in Azeroth, and this grizzled old orc knows his days are numbered, so he wants to show one of these children a nice, relaxing day of fishing. So he goes to the orphanage, he fills out the paperwork, and he takes this little orc boy to the fishing hole and shows him how to cast the line, and they both cast the line. Then he lights up one of his little orc cigarettes, because those are a thing. And the little boy is like, "Can I have one?" And the old orc is like, "That depends. Does your dick touch your asshole?" And the little boy's like, "Well, no." And the old man's like, "Well, then you're too young." Then they sit there fishing some more. And then he goes and takes a swig of his orc whiskey. The little boy's like, "Can I have some of that?" And the old orc says, "Well, does your dick touch your asshole?" And the young orc is, by the way, very confused that that's his measurement, but he goes, "Well, no." And the old man's like, "Well, then there's your answer." A little more time passes, they keep fishing. They're not really catching anything, but they are enjoying the time. And then the little orc boy pulls out a package of cookies and just starts gnawing on one. And the old man orc is like, "Those look great. Can I have one?" And the little boy's like, "Well, does your dick touch your asshole?" And the old orc is like, "Huh, yes, of course it does." And the little boy is like, "Well, then good. You can go fuck yourself." So he didn't
By the way, I literally just had a cigarette and had that whiskey, so I'm like...
Bro, that is too fucking funny. Oh, I told the girls that joke the other one about here comes so-and-so with the two assholes, and they couldn't identify their dead friend because he didn't have two assholes.
So I'm sitting here with what is ultimately a ruined half Diet Coke, because I had drank half my Diet Coke. And then there was some confusion about the drink of the week, so I just started dumping a couple different types of liquor in there, and now it's nasty. So
I told
I'm
you
not touching that.
You were gonna start dumping things.
It wasn't random though.
It wasn't random.
It was kind of random. I grabbed the Kraken, I put a little in there. I grabbed the honey whiskey, I put a little of that in there. I filled the rest of it with this simply hard lemonade I'm drinking. And
Oh no.
That was the
It
bad.
doesn't
I was
taste
gonna
good.
say the liquor
That
sounded good. Yeah.
what ruined it is the lemonade.
Well, at least you didn't
Oh.
have the mixed drink of the week. Right.
Correct. So, what have we been up to in WoW this week? I'd like to hear from our guest first on this one. What did you do in WoW this week, Johnny?
A lot of keys, like way too many keys, mostly. And
How many we talking?
oof, I don't know. I pushed up to an 8, but probably like 20 keys this week, at least. And then we're doing like this game competition where you have to make a character at level 1, level it up, and you can't play with anyone you know, and you have to pug the whole time. And it has to be something you've never played. So I got that to 80. So yeah, that was my WoW week. Just kind of key. Oh, I raided. Did that also. But yeah, keys, raiding. That's about it.
Nice. I have not done enough keys. My key's still sitting at a 2. It's an Ecodome 2. I haven't had time. I also don't really do keys, so I'm trying to do them this patch.
They're pretty fun.
The time thing is a huge factor, though.
It really is.
What'd you get into though besides that? Because I know you went to the raid, right?
Yeah, I did. And I fucking kind of really love it. A lot of raids in the past when I've been playing a caster versus melee, where I was a feral druid last year and I'm a shadow priest this year. I have felt a lot of raids weren't very caster friendly. Like, there was just too much shit on the ground and I was constantly running and couldn't cast. I don't really have that problem with the shadow priest because there's instant use shit that I can throw out. If I absolutely have things on cooldown, even though it's not really necessary, I can throw Shadow Word, Pain, or even Death if I have time for the cooldown to come back out on the target, and it's fucking fun. I do need to pay better attention to my rotation. My uptime, which I wasn't worried about, but my uptime on the dots could be better, actually. Planning on going over some logs when I have time. There's the fucking time boss. And, you know, look and see what I can do better. But I had a lot of fun. I honestly, so the first boss of a raid is famously a steamroll. But I gotta be honest, as stupidly simple as it is, I kind of like Plexis Sentinel. Like, so you go in there and you wail on the guy, and then he fills the hallway up with spooge. And by spooge, I mean like electrical lines that move around and little bubbles that move around. Well, they don't move around, but you gotta run down the hallway. Then you gotta use your cloak to zap through the wall to get to the other side, and rinse and repeat, and then the motherfucker's dead. But that's on normal. We haven't gone into heroic yet. I don't know
It's like,
what...
I remember with Eminar from Legion, from Intoris, but like what I would want that boss to be.
Bro,
It
you're giving me
actually-
PTSD about the ANR thing. Sorry to interrupt you, Willie.
No, not Inar, Eminar, the bridge boss.
Sorry. Go
It
ahead.
actually reminded me more of Mother from Moldir.
Yes,
Because
that
of
one
a
too.
shield. Except the shield mechanic was a little more complicated with Mother. You had to like stagger it, right? The way we
Yeah.
did it anyway.
It's sorry.
What's up?
I was
Go
gonna say the first boss is horribly overtuned in heroic. If the
I
raid,
have heard that.
Fuck, rip.
it is gross. We got to like the last boss, and then it was having all these weird lag issues on normal. So we're like, oh, let's do heroic, and it was just hot trash. It was overtuned to no end. Yeah.
I forget which boss, but one of them has the makings of being really, really fun once you get the dance down, and I don't remember what boss it was, but I was enjoying it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, delves are a given. I've been doing a shit ton of delves when I had the chance. Actually, I was having a conversation with my mom on the phone just yesterday, and I did 2 delves during that. So, if mom's listening, which I know she's not, I promised I was paying attention to the game.
Uh-huh.
To the game, the long pause, classic.
Gershom, how about you? What'd you do this week?
So I did. Okay, I didn't do a lot in game. I had the time boss. Enough is enough with that. It's a lie. It's back to school. I took on some extra stuff at work, and just a lot of stuff for me right now. So, the first thing I did when I logged into the game was I opened up my talent tree and I saw the stuff they did to BM Hunter. Like they took away Dire Beast, they made Dire Beast passive. At first, I thought I was gonna like this. I don't like it simply because it felt so good to hit it, to spawn it, to make it come up and go rawr and like yell at your guy. And I don't like that it just does it whenever it wants. I mean, it's cool. It's just hunters already don't do a whole lot. Like that's why we run around so much, is because we're just shooting stuff at you. And it's not that bad. And I felt like Dire Beast was like, at least you had to keep an eye on a cooldown. Now it's just all passive. It almost feels lazy, but it is what it is. I love me my hunter, so I'm sure as I play it, I'll enjoy it. And I would never do anything with Gershom. I love him to pieces. So nothing bad is going to go there. So then I ran off
BM already didn't have too few buttons to hit.
It
What
was
the hell?
fucking bad. And then now with no Call of the Wild, the area of effect thing, boss, dude, like I can't even talk about it. You're just gonna have to go listen, because otherwise it'll turn into a Gershom out loud. I'm still having trouble with lots of mods. It is what it is. Maybe I suck at the game. Either way, ran off to Tazavesh and saw them first cinematics. I really thought I'm not going to talk about the cinematic forever or the details of it, and I know we say this every time, how good they are, how much better they get, down to like the expression on Illyria's face. Like Locust Walker's like, oh, a new ally, and she just looks at him and she's like, I'm gonna fucking vomit right now. Like she looks like she's having trouble holding down her lunch. I'm like, they got it down to the last detail. And then everything throughout, like all you see her like, you're no longer my friend, and he's like, Illyria. Like they're both so goddamn sad.
Why did you tell her?
It's so good.
Venari is my spirit animal right now. She's my favorite right now.
So I did say in the cold open that we'd be spoiling shit. Do you know what happens?
I know what happens in the raid. Yes, I know what happened. I saw the end of the raid.
My theory is
I haven't seen it. I heard about it. I haven't gone on YouTube to see it because I do. Does it happen on the last boss? Because I need to do story mode still.
It happens after the raid, I believe, because it
so if
involves
I do,
Nemesis getting stuck in the dark heart.
If I do story mode, it's gonna show it to me. That's the fucking point of story mode. As far as I remember. Put a pin in that because Liz, whatever. Anyways,
my theory about that is, so here's what actually happens to kind of give you a little more background on it. Nemesis gets sucked into the dark heart. Xal'atath goes in there with him, and at first you're thinking, oh, okay, it's an Illidan Sargeras thing. No, because then Locust Walker picked up the dark heart and he kind of just like, I don't know, gets Menendez brothers into a cloud. But my theory is that he just switched places with Xal'atath, and that he's not dead but inside the dark heart.
Do you think Xal'atath is in there doing like a double swanton from the top of the fucking ropes on top of a table on top of crazy Matt Hardy? Sorry, if you watch wrestling, you do. You don't.
I love Matt Hardy.
This reference.
I'm so crazy about him. That's a whole other thing, though. So, anyways, that's not all I did. It's not all I did, obviously. So, when I first wrote my notes, I said, "Oh, I love Zally Baby. I think she's the coolest questing companion." It's all over Discord. I obviously have been through the storyline with her. And yeah, not as big of a fan. Never was. Always knew she was going to be a brat, but it is what it is. I feel like they kind of hit the Dami mommy vibe better than they did with Sylvanas. Like, she's less like a part of every fucking thing that you look at all the time. Like, she's a little more in the background, which makes her a little hot, and then she sneaks up on you. I don't know. Shut up. You don't fucking know me. Except for Willie. He knows me a little bit.
What do I gotta do to get a cinematic of Tyrande choking her
Great,
out for
sure.
a couple seconds?
And speaking of fucking Tyrande choking her, and then fucking Xal'atath and Illyria just need to kiss already. Fuck off. Like, that's just ridiculous. It's so funny, though. Zally's like giving her side eyes, like, just shut up and kiss, bro. Anyways, that's enough of that.
Tie fucking Thrall into a chair and make him
watch. Tyrallian's the new cuckold. Because who was it before Nathanos? You think Nathanos would give up his spot and be like, "Yeah, Tyrallian, you can have it. This is
sure. They got to turn.
But you got to let me watch, champion."
Yeah, he's like the cuck of the cuck. He's got like there's like a chair behind a chair. It's
Fucking
like,
stop, bro. Does your dick touch your asshole? No, but it touches yours.
He's not even allowed to justice his hammer during it.
Bro, you're making it so hard right now. Anyways, I was actually
Illyria and Zalatath are making. I'm kidding.
He's not gonna stop. It's great.
At that point, right?
I'm almost done. Yeah, no, you're at that point.
I'm so sorry. I keep talking over you.
No, you're good.
Please,
bro, in the vibe. Please do it. It's so hilarious. I was getting a little more into Venari, obviously, right? Seeing a lot of changes in Venari. And one of the things I was thinking about her, and this was a shower thought, is like, she's all like Ecodome. And she has this quote that I actually put on my Twitter. I still call it Twitter, and I will until forever. I don't care if the internet tells me it's formerly Twitter. I don't give a fuck. It's Twitter. Anyways, I posted that, like, one of the best quotes she has, if you click on her and you go through her like quotes, she says like something about what has more value than home, or what is more valuable than home, or something like that. And then she's all into the ecodomes, and I'm thinking, how fucking scary was the maw for her? Like, I know that she's like a broker and all this stuff, and she's thousands of years old, and she's probably seen everything, she's been everywhere and whatever, but to be in that hellhole when that's your true calling, and she says it, she's like, my true calling is to repair Koresh. Like, she's all about fucking being in the garden, bro. And I'm loving that. Like, she's not as sarcastic and awful as you thought at all. She was like a victim of a very bad situation. So it's kind of nice to see a different side of her.
Ironically, though, she's not directly the one who brings Koresh back to life. It's what's their nuts, the spirit pans or whatever the fuck their name is.
Oh, I was gonna say other than doing
that's it.
Other than doing the up to the raid, I guess the second part of that campaign, you start doing like the ecodome stuff. Bro, I'm so tired of bees. I am only like picking up sleeping baby bees right now. Why am I still out here dancing for bees, getting honey, then testing honey, then going and giving it to them, then you go and pet the queen? Dude, that quest chain is longer than like, that better be like the whole campaign, and then you do more ecodome stuff like once a week or something. I don't know what happens. I'm gonna find out, but this quest chain is still going on. I have had some problems though. I'm not gonna talk about them yet because I want to talk about just really fast. I think the music is amazing, and flying, dude, the immersion level of flying, whether you fly from point to point with a flight master or you take your flight. First of all, how cool is that? Because back in Legion, when you used to travel around and you would go to the different Vindicars, it was in a portal. And I remember saying to certain friends online that I thought, I was like, okay, they don't have the capability of like showing us any kind of warp or something. And then, you know, Shadowlands is like, oh, you went through the tunnels and you went from zone to zone and you saw things zone in, and you're like, okay, we have talked on this show before, Shani, especially me and Johnny, about like how they kind of things get better and better. And if you've played the game for a long time, you can see the progression on a system. Like if you look carefully, and I feel like flying between zones is a big one, because right now in Koresh, like you jump off the thing in Tazavesh on your mount and you go dragon riding across it, bro, you're in fucking space. And I smoke enough weed, but believe me, and you're flying around. You can dragonfly, you can jump, you can dive. There is no limit. There is no land. Yes, you can stay in space forever if you want to. I didn't. I went and tried to do something with bees, whatever, because that girl was bugged. And that's the only thing I have to say is, I know I mentioned.
Run out of? I'm so sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
have you run out of vigor at all while going from one island to the
No,
other?
I
'Cause
always
did,
no,
and
no.
you're like slowly sinking down into the abyss.
Okay,
and
so
you're
what
like,
happens
"Oh,
when you
fuck."
sink in space? Then you just do the like whoom thing and you die.
You just die.
Oh, that's funny.
I
I
was
didn't
like,
get
this
that
is gonna take too
fascinated.
long, so I dismounted.
I didn't get that fascinated to like. No, I always ended up like flying to a safe place. But it's very easy to get lost out there in space. So very interesting, and the music's good while you're doing it, obviously. So like, other than that, I mean, I think I had like a couple things that I thought overall, like new content is always S tier for me. And then, like I said, the music, the adventure, the exploration. I even kind of liked getting attacked and sucking again. I didn't like the thing they did with Dire Beast. I think that was a bad idea, but whatever. The rest is fun. I do feel like the patch is getting like a little fast and loose with instructions. And I don't know if it's because I like don't play a lot. And I'll just give you like one example. So when I first got my Reshii wraps, which I really still want to say is Reshii wraps, and I think I'm going to just say Reshii wraps. It is Reshii wraps. I don't understand what it is, but whatever. That's the game, so it's Reshii wraps. It sounds so weird when Zalata says it. I don't like it. But so you equip them, and it's like, go see Hashim so he can like teach you something. Who the fuck is Hashim? Like, can you put it in the tooltip? Go see Hashim in Tazavesh, or go see Hashim in this place, or make him a quest that pops up, accept quest, go visit Hashim in this place, and then you can track it. I had to go on Wowhead. I was on Wowhead more this week because of dumb shit like that, where they go tell you to see Hashim. There are like so few instructions, and I don't know if this is because of AI or why it is. I don't think it's just me though. I feel like things are a little more vague as far as them telling what to do. And I feel like if I was brand new to the game, which is unlikely to happen, like I know the WoW population is aging and a lot of us are older, but I feel like if you hadn't played this game at least a little bit before, I wouldn't want to continue to play it. Plus, it was buggy. I had to log in and out to get quest targets to show up. I still had to do the thing where I had to fly out of the zone to get things to show up. And then it's so crowded that like the little communicator for Venari is like this little fucking thing on the ground, and there's 87,402 people there. So like, good luck finding that. Q only does so much, which is like my hotkey for clicking on things, but still, it's like, that part felt a little messy, but you know, overall I'm still enjoying myself. I do need to get into delves. I haven't seen the new delve yet, but I do want to. And I know when this comes out on Tuesday, time walking for Lich King will be over, which I never got into. All I'm doing is farming tokens now. So I just didn't get into that this week. But other than that, and I know it was a long time, I appreciate you guys' patience, but yeah.
I think there might have been a quest for Hashim, but it was one of those random ass purple ones.
Like, you're gonna remember him though? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Right. I don't pay attention to the mob's names.
At least,
What the
usually,
fuck?
like, if someone has a name, it's like Hashim the Rat or Hashim the, I don't know, fucking the Reshii or something. I don't
Hashim
know.
the Burrito Man. Yeah.
Something. I don't know, dude. The Band-Aid, bro.
You know,
Band-Aid, bro.
Band-Aid, bro. You don't even have to go to him, though. We're going to talk about this in the news, but there is a lovely macro to upgrade your wrap wherever you are. Although you do have to go out there to talk to the vendor to buy more of those, what the hell are they? They're like gem
The
slot
fibers?
things. Yeah, the fibers.
The fibers, yeah.
Actually, there's the initial one, and then you have to do a work order for the epic one, and tailors make it.
Oh,
And
also
I'm
do-
Taylor,
I
by the
don't
way.
have an epic one.
I also
I know,
do
you
feel
do
like
work
the merchants and vendors and like rep guys are all kind of far apart. Like they're all over Koresh. Maybe that's because there's islands and they were all closer together a long time ago. I also, before I finish, I do have one tiny thing. I thought it was funny that someone in some quest says that Tazavesh has returned to Koresh. Thought that was interesting. That it wasn't like, oh, it got drawn. I don't know. I felt like it was weird. Like Tazavesh had a personality and wanted to come home or something. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Most likely.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of shit. My big complaint right now, and it's not even that big a thing, but it pissed me off, you know the big world quest that you have to do a couple other world quests to unlock?
Yeah.
It was fucking on top of like 2 other world quests. It's like, talk to this person. How the fuck do I know which person to fucking talk to?
They do that too sometimes with the delves. You don't realize that a delve is bountiful or not until you go, because the thing that says do 3 delves is like parked right over it. And you'd go to the delve to see if it's normal or bountiful, because you can't hover over anything about the delve. You know what I'm talking about, Johnny? Yeah.
100, I do. The fucking circle of doom over the actual shiny part that you want to see.
Right. It's just sitting there. You're like, I know I have to do this quest. It's also in my log. It's also over here on the side of my screen. Like, bro, you don't also need to put a big ass thing. Anyways, it's fine.
So then, Johnny, what did you get up to this week?
Oh, fuck. So I have not done the raid yet. I have done LFR. I went just to see if I get a tier piece, and I did. I got legs.
Nice.
And, other than that, I haven't had a lot of time in game. I did all the weekly stuff. This morning, busted ass and got all the quests done and got caught up on all the questing. I'm at Renown 10. And I got the Dementius quest or whatever. If we get normal tonight, I'll finish the quest tonight. If not, we'll finish it tomorrow. And because we do Sunday Mondays for raid. So, and I love the whole side quest where you go to Stormsong Valley and the other place. That was really fun. I love bees and like the whole ecological restoration shit. I was super into that, and I love that you have to like tag the bees.
Is that why you said in Discord that you disagreed with me about bees? Because I said I was tired of bees. No, I love my pollinator friends. Continue. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I just like the whole idea of like they're actually having you like tag the bee, and then you like, I thought it was a cool little interaction. There were some quests in there that fucking sucked. There was one where you had to like blow up flowers and they dropped goo dudes, like oozes.
See, the fact that there's quests that I haven't even done on this chain is so outrageous to me. I thought the one was hard where you had to do the dance because everyone's trying to do it and you can't see the circles. And so everyone's doing like the choo-choo around these red circles on the ground.
Choo-choo!
Yeah, someone did the choo-choo macro while we were doing
Hell yeah. Fucking for real. Oh, but those Echo Restoration ones, it reminds me of when we did Undermine, and there were those side gigs that you would do that would ship you to Zoltazar and that other zone. It reminded me of that. And I didn't mind so much. Honestly,
I haven't done that yet either because it is fun to get the change of pace. Like, oh, everyone's like, oh, Undermine has short legs or whatever, but like that you take a little breather, you go to Zoltazar. The other place was the Ringing Deeps, the very bottom of the Ringing Deep down there. But like this was fun to come out of, like, as cool as Koresh is, you're like, wow, it's super voidy out here. And then you're in Stormsong Valley and you're like, neat, I love this. Like, I do like how you get the change of scenery.
That was cool. And yeah, I do agree with you. I think you're pretty close to the end, if I remember correctly. Like once you do the whole, like the sleeping bees, and then there's like one or two other quests, and then I think you're done. I think you're getting close to finishing. I'm pretty sure. I went and did a bunch of other quests while I was doing that because I was doing all my weeklies. So I was doing the warrant and the other thing. Now, okay, I have a pet peeve. That first week warrant fucking sucked. I fucking hated that shit with the rat.
I haven't done any of those. I've just been trying to flow through the campaign so fast, and like sometimes my campaign will also help start a world quest, and I'll finish a world quest because my weekly for my primal cache is to do like 6 world quests. So like those are the only things I've been doing as world quests if they intersect with my campaign, because I just want to get the campaign over.
So I don't want to spend too much time on it, but the main thing, last week's, I fucking hated it. They need to like quadruple the goddamn rate at which those rats give you the items. Like, I shouldn't have to click more than like 3 rats. Because like it gives you like a weird number of them to where you have to click and then follow the rat, and then it shows up like a couple gems. and they spawn on the ground, and it's like there's like a bunch of enemies around too in that area of Tazavesh.
That sounds visually difficult.
It was a fucking annoying as shit. I hated it. It was the worst thing in the universe. I never want to do it again. Now, this week's was fine. I'm talking about last week's. This week's was fine. It was easy as shit. I did it real quick. Anything that like turns me into an OP ethereal, or I ride a ball around and like an orb and I run shit over, I fucking love those. Those are great. I love the tagging the bees and clicking them. That was really fun. Okay, it's like I feel like I'm actually working at a zoo. Like, I just wish they would fix the icon for the when you tag the bees a little bit. But other than that, I think it's fine.
I wish there was like a hotkey that like tagged them for you, like just targeted them and tagged them. I feel like you can't tab target them though, because they're well, this is my personal problem. They're not an enemy, so you can't tag target them, and they're small, so they're kind of hard to see for me. And then I'm like clicking on them and then also hitting the macro for to tag them.
Highlight better. These need the aura around them when they're like the quest mobs. They just need to increase that aura that pops around the mobs. I think that'll fix it a lot. Or making them targetable as well. That's another thing, of course. So that's about all I did this week. Nothing much.
Thank God, because I keep interrupting you. I'm not going to interrupt Shawnee. I'm going to let him talk.
Not getting interrupted would be a first thing. Never happened to me on a podcast ever.
You just let's make history. That's it.
Let's make history.
I'll be shocked and amazed.
Me too.
Well, shall we move on to the mixed drink of the week then?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Where the hell's my button? There it is.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah!
It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any substance for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. And speaking of drinks, I already told these guys in our host chat, but I finished that spiked lemonade, and also ... and then because of that, my fucking Diet Coke monstrosity actually tastes better. Anyway, we have been going through what we're calling current event in the game, and Gershom has been trying to do the Reshii rap for a little bit, but the real life boss has been like jamming its cock down our throat. However, she has it ready to go this week.
Yeah, Hashim was like
DP'd by life.
Hashim gave me the recipe for the drink. Fuck you, Hashim. It's actually a pretty good drink, as you could probably tell.
Yeah, and Shawnee, if you didn't already know, we like to guess what is in the drink. So would you want to take a guess?
Oh, goodness. I assume some kind of caramel. That's my guess. What's in the drink? I don't drink alcohol, so...
Oh,
fair enough.
So okay. All right, well, it's fair enough.
Yes.
Johnny, what's your guess? Because I don't have one yet.
And what is this the Reshii? Which one's this one?
The Reshii wraps. He said
the Reshii.
Reshii, Christina Reshii wrap.
Reese's Pieces. Yep.
Yeah, I love it. So I think it's gonna be like some sort of purple Powerade or Gatorade, and I think it's gonna be vodka and Hypnotic mixed together. And I think you're gonna do some sort of like you're gonna like wrap your cup in some sort of bandage.
Oh,
that would be cool.
And like, it'll be like some sort of mug that's like wrapped in bandages, and I think you'll add a little bit of ginger and lime. That's what I think.
That sounds cool. Johnny comes up with like super bar friendly drinks, like super party friendly drinks. I come up with the kind that go down well at my desk.
I come up with the kind that people would only like after they've been drinking for a while already.
Do you have a guess?
Like my Diet Coke monstrosity.
Tastes better after you like ruined your face with the rest of the hard lemonade. Hard lemonade's a no-go for me. Anyway, do you have a guess?
Speaking of, side note, this is a side story. I think I was 21, definitely not 19, at a New Year's party, right? And because I was 21, definitely not 19, I didn't know any better. So I dumped 2 mic cards into these giant glass tankards that we had, and I held it up to my friend, and this was like 11:15 at night, right? So the new year was 45 minutes out. I held it up to my friend, and I'm like, see you next year, and I downed it, and because of the fucking carbonation, I got so goddamn sick.
Sounds about right.
You puked in the new year?
Puked in the new year, I sure did.
Beautiful. It is
Or
what
for
it
the
is.
course of that one.
Everyone's done it on the path to adulthood. I'm so glad that I am so glad that you were of legal age though, and that you weren't like 19. That you were definitely 21 when you went through that.
It's a good thing that I was 21 and not 19.
I was like, why are they going on about not being 19? Because in Canada,
you didn't get the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I was just like, yeah.
You know what's funny? I was on a trip in college to Canada, and some of us weren't 21 yet, and I think I fell into that category. I think actually I was same age, 19. And one of the guys in the group was the same age. He was 19. The rule is, if you're American and you show your American passport, they're supposed to go by the American age, right? Except this dumbass used his passport instead of like his driver's license, but they still sold to him. So I don't know. Maybe I have the knowledge of that law wrong.
But
I've never ever in my lifetime heard of that rule.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, never been a thing. I mean, Quebec is 18 to drink, and everyone will go to Quebec in Canada at 18 to drink. So,
if I've learned anything from Letterkenny,
Quebec has great ice fishing. That's what I learned. Quebec has great ice fishing.
If I've learned anything from Letterkenny, it's that Quebec is full of D-gen. I'm joking. I don't actually think that.
Well,
the fucking FP, yo.
I mean, the D-gens are from up north, technically.
The Newfies?
No, just like in Letterkenny when they talk about the D-gen stories, like the D-gens from up north.
I think Kel
I've
is
gotten
in
so many
like
words
north.
from that. I get so many words from that show. I still say tunnel buddies that I got from that show.
I think Kel is up in the north somewhere.
Always remember the
D-gens
FP.
from up country.
Daddy would live upstate.
Oh, I haven't
love
even
him.
said my guess yet. Jesus Christ.
Yes, please.
So, Reshii rap. The magic involved in it is like a fusion of the arcane and void magic, right? Shadow magic, arcane magic. So I'm thinking, and I don't think I'm correct, but my guess is representing the arcane is like, I don't know, pink lemonade. That's what I'm gonna go with for the base. And then to get the void magic in there, I'm gonna break from my usual norm and say, in this case, a shot of tequila. Tequila and lemonade, not a great combination, but a shot of tequila represents the void. That's what I'm gonna say. So, pink lemonade with a shot of tequila in it. Sounds disgusting, but...
I think that sounds kind of good, actually,
well,
but it's really far
silver
off.
tequila would be good. Gold tequila, not so much.
It sounds like it would taste like a margarita, somewhat. Like
maybe, yeah.
Like a cheap, like some people say, like the college margarita is like bottom shelf tequila and Mountain Dew with ice. So I don't know.
I will have to test this.
I didn't do that in college, of course. No, you guys. So there were aspects. Everyone has it a little right, and everyone has it a little wrong. So I'll just go over what it is. So I took some of my famous Monaco's. They make a cream soda vanilla one. So I went with that, with some honey whiskey and then some real cream soda. So it's basically like a cream soda honey whiskey thing. And then because I thought the Reshii wraps were a little bit like blue throughout them, I guess that's the void in them or something, I put a rim of crystal blue edible sugar, and I just put the glass on like some of the honey whiskey to make the rim wet, and then added some crystal blue, like kind of lighter blue edible sugar on the top. And it's really good. I'm drinking it today. So
as opposed to inedible sugar.
Right, I know. Why do I always say edible sugar? Maybe because they sell it at Michael's and it's like craft store, so they want to be like, oh, it's edible, it's not a craft or something.
Listen, everything in Michael's is edible if you're
Right.
adventurous enough.
You know, there's
I can't
times
promise you'll enjoy your life after, but
I felt compelled to tell certain customers when they were with kids that all of the acrylic paints are non-toxic, and everything in our kids aisle is non-toxic. Past that, I couldn't vouch for it. Like, you're not going to want to go eat real oil paint, but all the stuff they sell to kids and all the like basic like little acrylics that you paint like arts and crafts class, those are all non-toxic. So there you go. Insider baseball. Anyways, that was the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah. So yeah, if you're gonna eat paint at Michael's, Wooly, which is totally fine, you can do what you want. It depends on what you're trying to achieve that day, but either eat the acrylics for non-toxic or the oils for toxic.
I've been watching a lot of Always Sunny lately, so my instant knee-jerk reaction
That
to
sounds
that
like such a
is,
Charlie moment to just go and start testing all the acrylic paints.
Exactly. I immediately thought of Charlie, and I'm thinking, Michael's is not the place to go to sniff the glue.
Oh God. Damn it.
Did you fuck my mom, Santa? Same episode as Frank being the man in the couch, by the way. I didn't know. Those are two of the best moments in the entire show. I did not realize they were in the same episode. Anyway, gonna send you off here. Over the lip, through the gums, look out, asshole. Nice.
ASMR, baby.
So we don't have a bumper for this, and quite honestly, we're at almost 200 episodes. I can't believe we don't have one of these yet. But we do not have a bumper for questions to ask our esteemed guest. However, Johnny has some that he came up with. Would you like to go ahead and ask those questions, Johnny? Because I really need to go to the bathroom. So, you know. You want to go ahead and... All right, I'll be right back. I really need to pee. I need to pee so bad. I've never had to pee during the show this bad.
It's similar to what you would find in Dropout TV. This is going to be... Who wants to be dramatic on Thrall's Balls?
Not me, ever.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Exactly. So, question number one.
Yeah.
For 10,000 points, what motivated you to help create Startup Mythic Dungeon League and or around the mage table?
Well, I didn't start Mythic Dungeon League or like really have much to do with it.
They involved with it.
I got involved with it like down the road. They abducted me from a key. It was Scrap Claw and a member who is no longer with them at all, who no need to mention. And then that's where I met Frank, the mage, and Lithian and Haywire and whatnot. So yeah, I kind of like somehow is the only Canadian besides Fear wormed my way into the group, the E team as we call it.
Yeah.
So that's why I got there. Around the mage table, I've always wanted to do a podcast. I'm rather like theatrical and whatnot. I enjoy D&D. I enjoy acting up. So one day Frank and I were talking and he's like, man, I was thinking of doing a podcast. I'm like, oh my God, I would love to do a podcast. I'm into sports outside of video games. And I was like, I would love to do like something in the style of Around the Horn, which is a sports show on ESPN where it's like one guy asks questions to the four people and they answer them and they have time limit and points don't matter type thing. So that was the original idea for the podcast, something similar. That's why it's around the mage table. And yeah, I just was really excited to do it, and something I thought would be fun to do with my friends. I think that answers that part of it.
It totally does. So what's your so in terms of, so is it really Frank that it's really Frank's baby, and then like everyone else is kind of like adjacent to it,
or MDL or around the mage table?
Either or both. I feel like MDL is a bigger organization than around the mage table, right? But
I mean, MDL is just, it was something that like definitely it was fun. When it's still, sorry, I said that wrong. It's still fun. When I first started playing in it and stuff, they were doing like bi-weekly cool dungeon events where they had teams and they would cast it, and we definitely got away from that. I'd say, yeah, MDL is definitely Frank's baby in the sense of like I'd say he deeply cares the most about it, and he puts the most out of everyone. He puts the most work into anything MDL related. Lithian is a close second for work, and Scrap is like a very like the fucking mascot of it. But yeah, Frank is the one that like does all the video editing, does all the recording, rounds up the stray cats, so to say. Scrap does most of the artwork for it, but Lithian does a lot of back end, and he does like app making. Lithian made what do you call those? An add-on? No, what the fuck? You get from Overwolf, like I don't know.
It's an add-on.
An add-on.
Yeah.
And it tracks your like accepted, denied, rejected for dungeons because we're trying to get data.
I saw that. I might have to download that cool. Because
it's just called Lithian, so it's just Lythian. It's just interesting to keep track of all your things. But yeah, Frank would be the driving force, so to say.
So, personality question. So, what's your favorite expansion where you felt like your class fantasy was best for your favorite class that you like to play?
Oh, I would say my favorite. It's funny. For me, my favorite expansion, it's a tie, and I played a Rogue for a long time. I took one expansion off from Rogue, which was this current one, which I just got back to it. Probably fantasy wise is the one. I can't remember which expansion's which, but the one with class halls.
Legion.
Okay, cool. So you like the Ravenhold, like castle fantasy, and like what's your normal spec? Assassination or outlaw, right?
Outlaw. I was sub for a long time. And switched to outlaw. But
so you were subbing them for an outlaw, right? Okay.
Yeah. And then when they had the class halls, and like that was the expansion, they had an actual quest for rogues where I had to go like pickpocket, and I would get like 1,000 gold at the end of the week by pickpockets. So I think it was the first time they had like a rogue only quest that felt like playing into the fantasy, because otherwise there's no reason to pickpocket. And I'm like, why have it in the game?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt you. I hate that, by the way, because back in Classic, the first tune I rolled was a rogue, and it was extremely profitable to pickpocket, and it sucks that they threw that away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big archaeology fan, and I'm really mad that they got rid of it.
Yes, I know. I was pissed too.
I hated that too. I would still go out there and work on like Pandaria achievements of that.
Like, in all fairness, I really enjoy WoW, and I've enjoyed every expansion that I've played. I know a lot of people hate on like WoD. I loved my garrison, and I love just going in and like chilling in and doing stuff. And
I'm guilty for loving WoD as well.
I'm probably the most excited person on the planet of the Earth for player housing.
Yeah.
I think I would if someone showed up in my house right now and said I hate player housing, I would have to fist fight them.
Oh, it's required.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this. My friend Flux and I plan to be the HOAs of our community. We're
What?
gonna rule.
You're the ones. I knew someone out there fucking would.
Jonathan Kevin.
And I'm gonna rule this fucking place with an iron fist. And if I see a blade of grass at a place, someone's getting a fine.
Are you
That
gonna have
sounds
like
fucking
racial
hot,
requirements?
dude. I'm so sorry. That sounds hot, dude.
Like, there's no.
He's stalking
no
around with
racial
some
requirement.
dark shades on, just looking for assholes in the
And
neighborhood. 100%.
yeah, and I'm like, as a rogue, I feel like also if I steal from the HOA, it's okay. Because you gotta RP that character.
You're just fucking standing on somebody's doorstep, pounding on the door until they come
Yes.
to it. Hey,
Yes.
HOA President Shiny here. Just so you know, your hedges need to be trimmed. I'm not really gonna cite you yet, but I'll be back in a couple days. Get it done.
Also, there's a $50 fee for that, payable right now in cash only, bitch.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is
Just-
I know nothing about HOAs except for what I've seen on TV. I've never lived in an HOA community. So
Even better.
I'm gonna just play this up and be like the biggest male version of a Karen HOA person that I could possibly be. A Ken?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah, Ken,
Yeah.
a Kevin, a Kyle.
Yeah,
What are those? What,
yeah.
You
Not a
need
Chad.
to put some sort of humanoid battle pet in your house, because I assume they'll let us do that, and name them the Joe Anderson. Anybody get it? Anyone get
No.
it? It's a
No.
TikTok thing. There was this Karen on TikTok who was mad that this guy was parking in front of her house, and she's like, I'm gonna go get Joe Anderson. And the guy's like, fucking who? She's like, really? The Joe Anderson. And then she kept referring to him as
Was it like
the
her
Joe
fucking dog or
Anderson.
something?
No, it's her fucking husband, some random asshole.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
see.
more liable to name my pet Vanjie or something, so I could
I
just
thought
be
you
like,
would, like-
Vanjie.
The real Joe Anderson would be like the fucking Brewfest donkey or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone
Oh
just
my
needs
God.
to chill out, bro, for real.
So yeah, I would say, yeah, having class fantasy was my biggest deal, but Midnight has all the potential to be my new favorite expansion.
Which
Actually,
people will be watching the coverage for on the day this comes out.
Yeah,
Yes, and it'll be on YouTube, it'll be on Gamescom.
I'm
So-
working from home on purpose. I requested on purpose.
At Gamescom.global is the YouTube channel. Or you can go to the linktree/Gamescom as well to see it. I'm
Yeah.
sure probably WoW on YouTube might have it, or Twitch. I'm sure there's a bunch of VODs and other people streaming it. So
Other stuff, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off there.
So, what's your wait.
What the fuck was that little Winnie the taker from Winnie the Pooh laugh?
So, what pushed you towards wanting to leave the podcast? Was it personal? You don't have to get specific.
Oh,
I
bro.
was just, I was, it was, is it
Bro.
was it the pod, personal stuff, or was it like
It's
the
a
environment?
podcast. So, straight up, I'll be honest. First off,
Did they push you out, or is it like?
no, everyone on the podcast is great. Everyone that's been on it, everyone that's still on it, they're all great people. But I
I mean,
also
you're still in the Discord, so I assume
Yeah,
there wasn't.
I mean, sometimes you got to keep things to yourself, right? Because we just let it
Yeah.
go. You won't be in the Discord. Because I'm quiet-ish nice when I play games. But yeah, they're all great people. But when you do, a podcast with someone, you push M+ with people, you raid with people, you play every day with people. Sometimes their personalities get to be a lot. And it's either I blow up and freak out and yell at
It's
people.
kind of like being internet roommates a little bit when you're constantly interacting with folks. Not to interrupt you, go ahead.
I mean, but that I was just about to call you scrap. No, so yeah, what pushed me to leave? I like them all. and I want to be polite to everyone. But I wasn't enjoying it. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and it became another thing that I didn't really want to do. I was more like, when we talked about it at first, it was gonna be this like around, you know, I thought it was gonna be some other way, and then it just turned into this like 2.5 hours every time we did it thing where I just sat there and people talked over me, and I spoke to Frank about it, and it never really got anywhere. Like, he's like, yeah, we'll try to work on that, and like we always talked about, hey, we'll be better at that, but it never really happened. And then it was just, I think, a mixture also of just like outside of the podcast, my feelings toward people was like, fuck, I want to karate chop some of these people in the back of the kneecap at times, and I didn't need that frustration. It's really funny though, because after I quit, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have fucking done that. I shouldn't have quit. Because now every day I think, man, I wish I was still on the podcast. And I hope they do well as a well-minded, good person, but at the same time, I'm like Dave Mustaine towards Metallica. So
Really long period of time. He really fucking too. Say like part of it and touring and everything. Like, that's fucking huge. I totally understand what you're saying. And then to go and create like something as good, as big, at least, you know, it's huge.
Yeah, so wish them all I do wish them all the best, and I to this day would like to be back on it, and I think because of that, I also hope all of them lose their internet every time they go to do a podcast. It's a weird feeling.
Are they going to be mad at you for saying all this stuff?
I mean,
shit that they're
mad
fine.
about what? The fact that I say they're all, like, they are all good people. Everyone's different,
Fair.
right? Like if you're in a book club, there's bound to be someone you don't like or stuff they do that you don't like. So, you know,
I think part of growing up involves people that you don't necessarily agree with all the time, and allowing them to like stay in your circle anyways and still maintain a thread of friendship with them. Like, I have friends, there's things that we just don't touch on because we'll always fucking fight about it every single time. It doesn't mean we're not open about other things, but you just have to know when to read the room and do that.
I think too is like, I think some of it came down to like, I'm too polite in the end on the podcast and within Discord and within these people.
You are Canadian.
Amongst my friends though, I have no problem acting up being a fool, but I was trying to keep it somewhat professional in a way where I think if I had let more of me come through, it would have been better for the podcast. But I definitely didn't want to start some kind of like war with people I play games with either. That would have been like, those are my two options in my mind. I don't have like a mid. It's like, I'll be chill, or I'll be like, let's go nuclear and have it out.
So to put it in a nutshell, you left because you still wanted to get along with them. Yeah, and they're trash donkeys. But, you know, no, they're all good people. Yeah, I want to get along with them, and they're all going to BlizzCon supposedly, and I hope they have a great time. I'm jelly.
And, it's I don't know. It's a weird mix, honestly. Of
I
like
have a second question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
As a caveat on the same question, if you could rank them, like, who was your favorite co-host on the pod?
Oh, this is good. He didn't do many episodes, but probably, I mean, Flux only did one episode. It never made air. And then Haywire would be next, and he was only on a couple at the very start. Yeah, they're near the top, surprisingly. I didn't have to do many episodes with them, so like I didn't have time to get aggravated by them. Gee. Probably like Lithian, and then Technique, and then Scrap and Frank are tied for last. Oh, and
oh my lord.
IO, you know what? I felt like IO came to the show because Lithian was gone for a while. And it was great to have him. He's a healer. And I never really got a read on the guy. Like,
You're kind of neutral with him.
I'm super neutral with him. I want to like him. I honestly feel like he fucking hates me for some reason and like evilly plots to kill me at times. But yeah, I've never asked to be on someone's friend list so many times and be rejected. So
Wow.
yeah.
Dude, there's people out there like that. Like, okay, did you
know,
ever listen to Lagging Balls back in the day? A WoW
No.
podcast for the people, by the people? Okay, well, Thorn from Lagging Balls. I have his fucking phone number, but he's not on my BNet for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
I mean, everyone else is on his BNet but me from the podcast, so I think maybe it's because I have the best facial hair, maybe? I don't know. I'm Canadian.
Oh, that's gotta be it.
Yeah, but Scrap and Frank are definitely last. I love them as people, but I've never met two people that derail things as much as they do.
I do love listening to Frank give Scrap shit about, like, Hunter stuff.
Oh god, the two of them, like, they should really, like, just have their own podcast, and then Frank should do, like, a different one also, but it would be way too much time for him. But it always felt like the Scrap and Frank podcast, and everyone else is just there, like, waving once in a while. Like, we're on the
I
float,
know,
but
I
we're
know
not in the
exactly
back
what
seat.
you mean.
I've been
I
on
tend
a
to
show.
dominate here too much.
I guessed it on a show once. I would never say who it was, but I definitely know the vibe you're saying. Where like I was literally, and it sucks because it was a VOD, or like a Twitch or something. But I was literally getting tired, and you could see me just like falling asleep while these other people just talked and didn't even include me at all. So that's a bad vibe.
But it works for the podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, the podcast got popular. It was on, some famous Mythic Plus guys or raid guy picked up the podcast to like be like, look at these, casuals. So like what they're doing works. So I mean, why would they stop it, right?
Oh crap! I knew who did that, and I forgot.
It was Max.
Yeah, Max
Yeah,
had
that's
it.
right.
That's actually how
right.
That's actually how I found about you guys. I had just found you guys on YouTube, like not Mythic Dungeon League. I found out about Mythic Dungeon League through Max.
Yeah.
I had just heard about around the mage table, and that was it. And I had seen it started coming up in my feed, and then I saw the live stream with Max, and then the rest is history.
Yeah. I mean, it was really cool, but like, yeah, I can't. Even though how I feel about it, it works for them, right? Like, I don't like pineapples on pizza, but there's people that do. So,
Have you actually tried to go back on it, or do you just want to?
Frank knows I want to be back, but I want to be back full time. And he's like, we spoke about it, in text, and maybe I didn't like correctly. I'm old, so I hate writing stuff to people because I feel like it doesn't portray what I want to say. But yeah, he knows I want to be back on full time, but I don't think he thinks I can cut the mustard to be like entertaining enough to be on it full time, or I don't fit particularly what he would like, and he's quite happy with what he has. So
Maybe
I'm
someday.
maybe, I don't know. It might go on long enough that it's just like not a thing. They've asked me about doing like pop-ins, and to some degree, I'm like, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not a pop-in. I'm an OG.
Yeah.
So like, I'm either I'm your wife, or I'm not with you. I'm not your girlfriend.
Yeah, you're not a Gumar. You're not a Gumar, yo. You're not a fucking. Yeah, I got you.
But and it's
Girlfriend of
nothing
wife.
like.
Where does
side piece.
prison wife fit in that?
Yeah,
space?
I'm not a side
Yeah.
piece. It's nothing personal. Like,
Are you around the mage table's prison wife? Is that it?
no, not a chance. I am 100% currently around the mage table's Dave Mustaine, and I'll probably be there for some time.
That's actually
yeah.
a really good analogy for it.
Yeah, and I know some younger people won't get it, but I really do appreciate them, and I'm really it's going well and still going, and I'm also very bitter that I'm not on it. So, yeah.
Oh, so I have one last question. What is the coolest and worst tattoo you've ever worked on? It could be a personal fave. It could be like the one you've been proudest about working on, or maybe the customer sucked, or versus like you working on it sucked for the worst. Maybe like just one of each, you know?
I think my favorite tattoo I've ever done is my first one, just because it's on my wife of 17 years. It was like a surprise, kind of like I was apprenticing, and my teacher was like, "Hey, you're gonna do a tattoo right now, and you're gonna do it on your wife." And I was like, "Dope!" So that was definitely my favorite one to do. When I pierced, I did my first piercing on my wife. I do have a second favorite tattoo though, and it's on my dad, and he got he had no tattoos until he was 70, and then I started tattooing. He's like, "Let me get tattoos from you," and he got a little heart with a banner and it says "son," and I was like, "That's so dope." And then
like the mom one. Sorry, I'm eating popcorn, but like the Navy style. Oh my god, that's 100%, adorable.
Just like
oh
the
my
mom,
god,
but he got son.
I'm here for it.
So like I'm a dad. Like I love my mom to bits. She's great. She's always there for me. But like to me, growing up, my dad was my hero. So it was definitely like a big deal to tattoo my dad in general. And then him to get that, I was like, fuck yeah. And then the craziest tattoo is I had a client who I'm like 99% sure they are what do you call it? Schizophrenic. And
oh boy.
They were like, I talk to aliens, I control stuff, I have brainwaves with certain people, I have nanobots in me, all this stuff. And they were like, I want to get a tattoo of this language because like I want to at the end of it, it just seemed like it was going to really help them instead of hurt them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so I tattooed them, and I just leaned into all their stuff because I'm like, hey, your reality can be your reality. And then later they came to me and they asked me to tattoo their vagina lips, and I was like,
oh my god,
I can't do that because it's gonna get jacked up and infected and stuff. But yeah,
that sounds
I never did it.
as fuck.
But it was the most crazy tattoo someone's ever asked me about, because on her vagina lips she wanted to get "eat at the Y" written. And
eat at the Y?
Yep.
Eat at the Y.
Yeah. To me, it was the funniest, craziest thing ever. Tattoo
That's
wise.
fucking crazy, dude.
Wait, that wasn't alien language person? I lost track.
It's the same person after I tattooed her.
It's even better. Holy shit.
She came back.
I think we have an episode title, Eat at the Y.
Right?
Before it was HOA President Shawnee. Now it's Eat at the Y.
Yeah, either or. So yeah, those are probably my craziest. I mean, there's lots of stuff within tattooing that I'm super proud of I've done or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the ones that stand out. And there's still a lot of stuff I want to achieve. So yeah, as far as that goes, and in WoW,
Well, now I'm curious. What's the favorite tattoo that you have?
Oh. My wife just came in the room. She's like, "Why did you not mention you tattooed the Harlem Globetrotters for a week?"
I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah,
I know you mentioned you before we recorded. You mentioned you've met them, but I don't know if you said the tattoo thing.
I spent a week with them and tattooed them. It was awesome. I'm probably gonna tattoo them again. I'm super pumped.
That's awesome, dude.
Nicest people I've run into. My favorite tattoo on me. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm pretty covered, as people would assume from a tattoo artist, but yeah.
I would assume, yeah.
you know, like I want to cheese it up for the podcast, be like my Sour Fang tattoo. But I have a back tattoo, like a full back Japanese tattoo that goes over my ass, and
nice.
that's probably my favorite one. I'd say currently, but it seems every time I get a new tattoo, it like bumps up. I mean, I got portraits of my kids. I have tattoos for my wife. I have, you know what my favorite tattoo is, honest to God, and it's fading. I have the number 5 tattooed on my palm so I can give people high fives.
I fucking love that.
That is
dude.
amazing, dude.
And it's like,
That's so cool.
you know, it's the ultimate dad joke. So,
I
Yeah, you can
fucking
have on
love
your dick
that.
too.
yeah, right?
I met someone in college who wanted to get like a globe tattooed on their hand so they'd have the world in their hand. I'm like,
Oh.
you're fucking corny.
I
Sit
fucking
down, bro.
love
You're
shit
corny.
like that.
I love
love
it, but it's
shit like
corny
that.
as fuck, dude, too. I'm like,
I
come
love-
on.
I love a good corny tattoo. I had a girl who was like, can you tattoo the word your name on her ass cheek? So she could go to the bar to get drinks and be like, I bet you got your name tattooed on my ass.
That's amazing. See,
You
I
get
would
free
do
drinks
that.
that way.
So like
Yes.
equally in the corniest way though, like this one of these guys that I'm dating, he has like a big ass like Mexican style
One
like
of.
Wait, Wait, whoa,
Sorry.
whoa. Sorry, I gotta interrupt you. You said one of? Do you have like a roster?
Gershom's
No,
a pimp.
it's
Didn't
not
you
a
know that?
roster. It's not a roster. You can delete it. Like, and he's got this big old like calavera on like his ribs on one side, and then I was like, oh, that's bitchin' or whatever. And like we talked about it, and he was like, yeah, when I first got it, it had something to do with like death being on my side or something. And I'm like, that's interesting because of like the stuff you went through in the military. I get it, but like that didn't seem as corny as the whole world in my hand thing.
Yeah, well, that's not corny. That's one of those like,
That sounded like something formative he went through.
It's a
being
good
in the
point.
military and all that. Yeah.
The
yeah,
only tattoo I have is like a little semicolon on my wrist. It's like not to get dark, but a suicide prevention kind of thing.
yeah.
Like the semicolon, for those who are not in the know, is the reason it's a suicide prevention symbol is that it represents a point where the author could have chosen to end their sentence, but they didn't. They just paused and continued, and I liked it.
Yeah,
Tattoos
it's,
mean
a lot
a lot.
of people get this. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can, or they can mean nothing. Like that's what's great
Yeah.
about them.
It
I think
doesn't
that-
need to mean anything. If you just
Not
like
at
that,
all.
it looks
Eat at
cool.
the Y.
I mean, when I look at
a
some,
Keyblade.
So I
at-
want to hear
yeah.
about this Sour Fang tattoo.
what about
Me
it?
too.
What is it? Is it just like his face, or?
Yeah, it's just like it's on my right side of my calf. It's like from my ankle to my knee. It's color. It's just Sour Fang's face with like a little bit of the bottom of his helmet and his hair. He is just probably my favorite WoW like character within it. And I was like, he's good for art too. And I was like, if I got a WoW tattoo, like who do I want? I think Sour Fang's pretty dope. So
Honest to God, he was the reason that I didn't hate the story of BFA. Seriously.
yeah. That's my only WoW tattoo. I have a ton of tattoos.
I just want to get a horde tattoo of some sort. That's bitchin' Sour Fang though.
You know,
Hey.
I would love a WoW tattoo of really any kind, even if it's that cliched one where half the symbol is the Alliance
Yeah.
lion and the other half is the Horde symbol.
Yeah.
See, it's
I mean,
well, don't forget tattoos are permanent. Don't forget.
Oh, I know.
whatever.
That's why I'm not putting anything about the alliance on myself.
You do some sort of Keyblade. It's like Frostborn or like Illidan Scythes or whatever, or like some sort of Warlocky Scythe or something like that version with like runes on it.
See, like, I'm the reason I like hesitate to get a Warcraft tattoo is because you never know what your opinion is going to be in the future. Like, it could come out, I doubt it will, but it could come out that Chris Metzen's a diddler of some sort.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, oh shit.
I have
That the universe?
Bro, I got it.
Whoa.
I got a
He's not.
Juggalo
It
tattoo when
won't.
I was 16, and they ended up being a little weirder with the whole
That's
Christianity
true.
thing. Yeah, like we went through some shit together as juggalos. I got my shit when I was 15 by somebody practicing their craft, and whoop whoop, and yeah, I still got them. I mean, they're permanent. And you asked me to this day, hey, what's up with the juggalo tattoos? I said juggalo saved my life more than once. Fuck off.
I'm gonna make a bet with
none
you
of them are
at
digglers,
some point.
but it'll always be important
They're
to me.
fucking weird, that's for damn sure. I'll make a bet with you at some point, and I don't know about what, but if you lose, you have to get a 2-liter of Fago Cola tattooed on your ankle.
I thought you were gonna say like on my forehead or some shit.
No, it's somewhere more discreet.
Okay.
So I forgot to mention earlier, we've been having a lot of fun here, but the time's getting away from us. I forgot to mention earlier with the mixed drink of the week that next week I'm actually taking it and I'm gonna do the Plexis Sentinel. So thank you for waiting through all this for getting that information. But yeah, we should move on to WoW news. Were you out of questions for him, Johnny?
Nope, I'm good. That was it.
All right, here we go.
Time for WoW news, motherfuckers.
All right, just to go through these sort of quickly. Race to World First, that is going on at the time of right now recording, and it's actually, the notes are out of date with what I'm saying. There are, as far as I'm aware, 2 guilds who are 4 out of 8 mythic, and that is, take a wild fucking guess, Liquid and Echo. However, there are, let me pull the webpage up, 20-something, I believe, guilds that are at, I'm not going to read them all out, but it's a fair amount that are at 3 out of 8. Some of them are names you might have heard before, like Instant Dollars, fucking Method, of course. There's a Russian guild whose name I can't read or pronounce, but let's be real. Some of these guilds have deeper available resources than others, so as we go through, that field is going to narrow. It's just a reality here. And that actually, we could do an entire episode debating how deep a guild's pockets are plays into their chances. Ooh, that's actually a really good topic that I never want to explore. Is the race to world first to some degree pay to win? I mean,
WoW's pay to win.
In a way. All right, moving ahead. Personally, I'm pulling for Liquid just because they're the biggest NA team, the best known, I should say. And, you know, NA represent. Anyway, moving ahead. There is a macro, as we mentioned earlier in the show, if you're annoyed about having to find Hashim to update your Reshii wraps. There's a macro that exists that you can put in as a console command, paste it into a macro, I should say, that will bring up the interface to update your cloak. I'm not going to sit here and read out that entire command, but it is in the show notes, so you can go ahead and find that. There's also a link to the Wowhead article in the show notes, and it'll be in the WoW article as well. There have been some hotfixes in the Mythic Plus world, so Tazavesh and Hall's Atonement have gotten a little bit easier. In the Streets of Wonder in Tazavesh, there is changes that are, the timer has been increased by 2 minutes. So instead of 32 minutes, it's 34. Commander Zofar, and I confess I haven't really done Tazavesh, so I don't know if this is a boss or like a mini boss, but he does a shock mine. The duration's been reduced by 33%, and his lethal force ability now will only last 3 minutes. Pierce, which is used by Bizarre Overseer mob, the damage amp has decreased to 10%, down from 20%. And then in Tazavesh Oasis, Final Warning is not a big blast anymore. It just pulses AoE every second until the shield is broken. This should make for less of an oh shit moment, just based on what I'm reading and how it comes across. Who has, I'm sure pretty much everybody but me has done Tazavesh. Can you speak to that at all? Is that a big point of annoyance, or?
The shield?
The Final Warning being a big blast.
I mean, like, either way, you're gonna get that shield down, because as it ticks, it is slapping as you get up higher. So
So
It is-
then,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go. So then it sounds like it's easier on the healer to have it pulse like that instead of all do one at the end.
I would say so, but like, I haven't done it since it's pulsed. Actually,
Okay.
we had the big blast, and it was like if you didn't get the shield down, you died. My guess is it will make it easier.
I mean, these are notes about nerfing the dungeon, so
Yeah.
that's likely the intent. And then there's a mob, the Brawling Patron. Their ability Throw Drink does half the damage now that it did before. Then over in Halls of Atonement, Inquisitor Cigar's Display of Power ability has half as big a radius as it did. It is now 5 yards, down from 10 yards. And Lord Chamberlain's Erupting Torment, I typoed and wrote Torment. The fuck is Torment? But it does less damage now in a smaller radius. So the damage was reduced by 22%, and the radius was brought down to 10 yards, down from 14. And in my opinion, the most fun bit of news is about Legion Remix. Blizzard has officially revealed some details about Legion Remix, that there's a Facebook group I'm part of. Yeah, Facebook, right? Warcraft memes that has been referring to Legion Remix as Lemix, and I kind of love that. But Blizzard did a wowcast about it. We could do an entire fucking episode on what's awaiting us in Legion Remix. So kind of here's the broad stroke. They describe themselves as all in on artifact. So they revamped the artifact trait trees, and instead of all the artifacts having their own, they now all follow the exact same tree, but you choose to talent along one of 5 paths. Okay, so there's nature, spell, arcane, storm, or holy. And of course, you can respec, you're not locked in. There is going to be a heroic world tier, they're calling it, which basically just means outdoor content can be harder by your own choice. They kind of described it as being inspired by Diablo, so you can sort of think of it that way. So I know there's only been one remix done before, but for the first time in Remix, they're having Mythic Plus. They're referring to it as Time-Worn Keystone Dungeon, but who the hell's going to take the time to say that? Most of the affixes from Legion are coming back, plus 4 new ones that are specifically for Lemix. These are going to be called Eternus' Trials, and I didn't see information in the blue post because I haven't watched the Warcast itself yet about what's in those, but it sounds like a nice way to shake things up. And what I think is the coolest bit of news so far is there are going to be Fel-themed class mounts. So every class is going to get a Fel-colored version of their class mount, with of course exception to the Evoker, since, come on, it didn't exist in Legion, and in fact Evoker doesn't even have a class mount. They're the only class that doesn't have a class mount, but when you think about it, since Drakthir are the only ones that can be Evoker, they're their own class mount. So yeah, imagine a Fel version of that. But to get these mounts, you just hit level 80 on that class, and boom, there you go. Some of them look kind of dumb, but like in a funny way. Some of them look awesome. Like for example, the priest one. It looks so stupid, but the default derpy owl face bird, as Lagging Balls mentioned now for the second time in this episode, referred to it. We've all come to know and love that weird looking little fuck. But, the Fel version, it looked interesting, but still derpy and funny. It's just like green. I personally think the Paladin one would look awesome for a Draenei Paladin who happens to use the Minari skin. Like thematically, I mean. Like even if it's red and green, make it all Christmas colors, whatever. When you think about it, they are a Draenei who left the Burning Legion and they're like, I want to be good now. So it is entirely possible they could become a paladin and then fly around on like a green paladin mount. The only other one I really want to highlight here is the Warlock one, because I was curious about that when I first heard this, and I looked it up. The Warlock you know, we already have, I don't play one currently. They already have a fell themed mount. It's the green horse looking thing.
Yeah, we already have one.
But y'all have one now that somehow looks even more fell. Johnny, have you seen the model for this?
No, I have not. I've only seen like talk about it. I haven't actually seen the actual model for it. Let me see.
So the dressings for the mount, like the banner and shit that goes under the saddle, you know what I mean? They're like more green than what you have on the base mount.
They actually did do something different. I was hoping they were going to troll us. Oh yeah, I was hoping they were just going to give us a horse and just call it horse and just make a meme about it. Like just give us a regular fucking horse, like the human one, like.
Chestnut mare. That's what it's
Yeah.
If
Wait,
they
so
really
I was gonna
wanted
say
to,
something. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, okay. I came back from the bathroom and I was just trying to confirm. So like to get it, I know I love, by the way, that it's a recolor, I guess, of the class hall mount. But all you have to do is hit level 80. So
right.
But the one that I'm still stuck on Mythic Kil'jaeden for is a different one, right? So like I'm getting a version for playing Legion remix that high, but I'm not getting the original. I would still. And by the way, I think I never looked up whether I could actually do that on normal. I'm actually wondering if Shani knows. Do you know if you can get your? It's heroic. Okay, so Mythic, I was having trouble because he drops a mount that I wanted to, and I can't do Mythic Kil'jaeden, so I do have to go back and try heroic and see if that one fucking mechanic where you jump between the fucking black holes on the ground is a thing or not. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I honestly, I looked at the Hunter one, and it's cool. It's decent looking. Oh, wait, no, that's Artifact. The mounts are different. I got my wires crossed.
I want the Demon Hunter one bad, and not a Warlock one.
The Demon Hunter is like the drunk monkey looking purple gargoyle thing, but green.
Yes.
I kind of wonder if it's gonna go as fast as Pandaria Remix did, because that shit happened. Like I can actually probably get my Warlock and whatever other thing I have that isn't a Hunter. Like I think I have a Shaman or something somewhere.
Honestly,
that, like,
I want all of these.
Or just do, like I might just roll tunes and do all of them. Like, are these mounts gonna be available on your like WoW Yum tunes though? Like the same as Pandaria ones were? Yeah.
Remix is only gonna last so long. They're not gonna remove the mounts from you once you got them.
No, I know. I'm just tripping a little bit because I remember like in Pandaria there was a way that they transferred like you got all your stuff. Yeah, because Gershom has all the stuff that he got. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I was extrapolating, and we've been talking for a long time. I'm sorry.
Honestly, the one I think I'm weirdly the most excited about isn't even for the class I play. It's the Paladin one.
Oh yeah.
It looked so fucking bitchin'. And the Warlock one, I'm just gonna say it, I think that's a slam fucking dunk. There's only so much you can do with a Warlock horse. It looks fucking good. It's like extra greeny.
And it's got the horns. I think the horns do it for me. I think on the extra horns, they're like the, what's that freaking set for Warlock from WoD? Blackrock Foundry. It reminds me of that set for some reason.
Mean, don't the existing horse has those horns, doesn't it?
I don't remember those.
Not like the vanilla
the saddle
horse.
Cool,
I mean like the Legion horse. See, I was almost expecting when I looked it up to see like a high res vanilla horse in green. Like, I mean, if you have the Green Fire quest, your vanilla horse will be green. But I was expecting almost like a high-res version of that. But the fact that they managed to hit a home run with an existing mount is fucking crazy to me. Okay, so you can check out these mounts in the Wowhead article in the notes down below. They're decently interesting. Personally, I'm also holding out some hope for recolors of the Mage Tower artifact appearances. Yes, they said Mage Tower appearances won't be available, but they easily could have meant the original ones, right? Who's to say there won't be recolors? I want them. I hope they don't completely ignore the Mage Tower for Remix, because that would be kind of lame. But currently, Lemix is available on the PTR for a total of 2 weeks. So based on my powers of deduction called looking at a calendar, it looks like somewhere around August 29th it's going to be taken off the PTR. So if you want to check it out early, there it is. Check out the PTR. And then finally,
oh, sorry.
I think 2 days ago they said there was 13 days left. So as of recording on the 17th here, 11 days. So maybe it's actually the 28th. I don't know. And then finally, there's no link, but remember the midnight reveal is coming on the 19th. So if you're listening to this when the episode comes out, there's like a couple hours before. Is that the original one? Yeah, that is the original Legion one. Johnny just posted in our host chat the original Legion horse. And
yeah, purple on the saddle and the armor instead of green.
I think there's a little bit more particle effect on the new
yes,
one.
that too. Yep.
Anyway, so there's a couple hours of a window there that could be between you listening to this and watching the midnight reveal, but let's be real, most of you are listening after. So in that being the case, what's your favorite detail that they let us know about anyway? Let us know in the comments on Spotify. I don't know if Apple Podcast has comments, whatever. You can email us your thoughts on it, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com, or even join our Discord, which you can find at thrallsballs.com, and tell us there. I know I'm getting hyped for this reveal.
I took the day off, dude. I fibbed and said I had a doctor's appointment and that it would be taking a long lunch to go to that appointment. And I don't need to furnish a note because it's a small business. And guess what? I'm going to be working from home and watching that fucking reveal.
There you go.
Let's go, dude. Get in the Discord and tell me what happened. Oh, there's going to be so many VODs and things for you to watch. It's going to be great.
I wish I could call off for the day, but Johnny and Gershom know, but I'm not gonna put the details out there in the world. Things are a little weird at my job right now, so I can't.
Not a best idea. Yeah.
We're gonna leave that.
Not be a good choice.
Not a bad move.
To take off the day. So that's it for the news, and I actually have an announcement I want to make. Now, since we do not have a bumper for this, I'm gonna play a bumper that I haven't heard in a while, but that I really enjoy. Here we go.
It's time for Slurpee to ruin WoW. I tell you what.
Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it!
All right, so Flurpy Derpy is not here right now, but he said he would send his best, I'm sure. So I have an announcement. Announcing the Azerothian Delvers League. It's Alliance versus Horde as 4 competitors for each faction race for the best total time from Delve Tier 8 up through 9, 10, 11, and then the normal mode Nemesis fight. So, with 8 competitors total, that being 4 from each faction, and 2 matchups per broadcast, and it will be streamed, the regular season for the Azerothian Delvers League will consist of 8 weeks. Each member of one faction will face every member of the other faction twice in this regular season. Then after the regular season, we are going to go into playoffs based on seeding, which, if anybody's curious, I'll explain in a moment how that is going to work. That will ultimately culminate in the next Nemesis Bowl. Now, in the Nemesis Bowl, it is not the normal mode Nemesis. No, it is the hard mode, the 2 question mark, 2Q, if you would. Now, which faction is going to reign supreme? Which Delver will take home the grand prize, which I haven't figured out what is going to be yet. Now, the pieces of the ADL, Azerothian Delvers League, are coming together slowly, so it's not all completely formed. However, at this point, I'm looking for 8 competitors. 4 for the Alliance and 4 for Horde. The first 4 for each faction to respond will be accepted. if you're interested in doing this. You can be anybody, even one of the 3 people hearing me say this right now. If you're interested at all, email thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. Include your character name, your class, your server, and your faction. Now, I do need to point out, this is not strictly a Thrall's Balls production, I guess, event.
Thrall's
But
Balls
that is the email I'm
exclusive
going
event.
to use. Exactly. It is
yeah.
simply sponsored by Thrall's Balls at this moment, because the other side of this announcement is I am starting what is at the moment an amateur esports organization. It's called Stag Gaming. Hell yeah. And there's actually a WoW guild in existence already that my Demon Hunter is in, called Stag. It's located on Thrall, but of course you can join it regardless of faction and server, so long as you are North America. Now, the concept here of joining a guild as a solo player might be weird, so don't think of it as a guild. Think of it as a clubhouse. It's a clubhouse. So
and it does give you a better Hearthstone. Gives you a better Hearthstone.
It does. It does. 15 minutes instead of 30, y'all.
Yep.
So more details about this whole thing are soon to come, but I have been getting super excited thinking about this. I alluded to work being kind of tricky right now. There have been some dark moments that thinking about this has made me feel better. So keep an ear out. I can't promise when more details are going to come, but I will say the more people express interest in this, the more closely I'm being held to the flame. Just saying. I don't know. Maybe it's not as cool of an idea as I think, but I don't care. I think it's awesome.
I'm fucking excited,
Oh, yeah.
so.
Are you gonna put an application in?
The thing is, my brother already fucking did it.
Really?
Yeah.
He made his own thing?
No. He already did question mark. Like he already did
I
it.
see. Well, it's not like you have to hit question mark for the first time. You know, you could have already done it before doing the league.
Okay, cool.
I will say, if you want to do it, wait until the episode comes out, so you're not getting an unfair jump on people.
Yeah.
Not that, like, our audience is like 50 people. I kind of worry that there might not be enough people interested, but we'll figure that out.
Spread the word.
So,
I
what
wish
are
I
our-
had the time, and I wish I was better at delving. That's actually my final thought. Fuck it. I wish I was better at delving, and I wish I had the time to do your Azerothian
that is our
Delvers
final
League.
thought.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Johnny, what's your final thought?
Just, you know what? Be good to each other, and remember, everybody is a person.
Hell yeah. Johnny Tip, what's your final thought?
Man, I keep thinking of Kaiveza and like I'm already sweating. I think I already did one question mark, and I'm like, ooh, I'm already thinking about it. I'm excited about this whole, Adventurers Delvers League thing you're trying to pull off here, and I'm loving it.
I'm not happy at my job. They know it. I know it. Everybody at my job knows it. I'm not getting myself in trouble by saying it. So if I can turn this stag thing into a job, why the hell not? But, probably not.
Also, I have the final thought, and then Willie can do the socials. I'm really glad Shawnee came on. I think that was really
Me
cool
too.
to talk to you. And I know it's been a long time, and I know I interrupted you. And as you talked more, you've expressed some frustration about getting interrupted and run over. And I'm like, no, I didn't want to do that. But I'm so happy you came, and it was really nice to get to know you. I want to get more familiar with your content, and thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was a blast. Anytime you want me to come back, just shoot me a message and I'll come hang out.
Hell yeah, man. We are famously terrible at talking over each other on this show. It's a real problem that all of us engage in. Johnny to a lesser extent.
He seems like the strong, silent type.
He'll get
I'm just
excited
chilling.
and write stuff in host chat, though.
Is that
Oh,
whiskey
okay.
and cigarette? Is that whiskey and cigarette? And then his dick can touch his butthole too. So
Oh, what?
That's my final thought. You
He's
don't get any
good.
cookies. You can go fuck yourself.
I've been drinking this whole
Fuck
time.
Yes. I'm gonna go,
All
I wanna
right,
go buy
so
another
we
Tolly
are-
right now.
I'm still fucking buzzed. Like, Jesus Christ, I don't drink a lot. And I had that entire Simply and then the rest of my alcoholic drink.
That's a
So,
bet.
This is fun.
You're good.
Yeah. My liver's like, we're not used to this load, dude. Slow down. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Go ahead and follow us in the social places. You can find the various spellings of all these different handles in the episode description. But I am at Wooly08 on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and at Wooly_08 on TikTok. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom on Twitter and at Hunter Gershom with 2 R's on Instagram. Then there's Boomy Nation, who is working on getting his way back to the show. Life is kind of kicking him in the asshole at the moment. Well, not really. He's having a good life. Shut the fuck up. I didn't mean that the way it came out. But he is at Boomy Nation on Twitter, YouTube, basically any of his social media presences. And of course, Johnny Tips is Johnny.Tips on Discord and at Johnny.Tips on Instagram. And then, of course, there is Craig, our super duper part-time and mascot co-host is at Craig Addict on Twitter. And then the show itself is at Thrall's Balls Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and you can search Thrall's Balls Pod on YouTube, which I'm still working on getting the RSS feed uploaded to. It's proving harder than I thought for some reason. And our wonderful guest today, Shawnee, if you want to go follow him on Twitch, is Shawnee_the_butcher on Twitch. And do you want this Instagram handle put out with the tattoos on it?
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah.
At super red not bad tattoos on Instagram. Email us, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. Leave Spotify feedback. Go to, okay, I ran out of outro music, but if you go to thrallsballs.com to find our link tree, you can leave us feedback on Spotify, and all our relevant links, including Discord, can be found in there. But bye, we love you, be good.
I thought you started it a little early. Bye, swingers. We love you.
Later.
I did.